Hello dear students. Once again I welcome you to understand the third order of France. Third order of France is known as the peasant category of people. It has got another name that is called the common people. Excluding the first category, that is the clergymen, and the second category called the nobility, rest of the people were known as the third category of people, third order of the people. You know what happened? In France, those who belong to the first category, that is the clergyman category, they were only 5% of the total population. And the nobility, those who belong to the second order of people, they also constituted only 5%. So 10% were the only one who were having the high respect in the society, and the remaining 90% belong to this third order called the order of common people, or according to your book, it is called the peasant category of people. About them, I am going to talk to you very much in suitable manner. In France, the peasants were categorized into two groups. One group was called the free peasants. Another group of peasants were called unfree peasants. I will explain to you about the life of the free peasants. Free farmers lived within the manor area of the lord. This manor lord gave them some land. Them means who? The free peasants. They got some land as their own. So we can call them, they had some lands of their own. They owned some lands. This land, the free farmers cultivated and kept the product for themselves. But this land did not belong to them at all. It was given by the manor lord. What was the happiness that the manor lord gave some land to some farmers so that they could declare it as their own? What did they get out of these farmers? Yes, here comes the point. These free farmers had to give 40 days free service to their lord. What type of service? This service could be digging the ditch or building the house, constructing the road, free service to the cultivation work. In this way, the free farmers, they had to give some service to their lord, and for that they were not paid. Why? Because they already were given some land to be called their own land. Besides the service by these farmers, the women of these farmers also gave some service to the royal house of the manor lord. These women wove the cloth for the house members of the manor house. Similarly, the children did some kind of work in the brewery of the manor lord. Now I tell you again, the work which has been given by the farmers, by the women folk, by the children, none of them were paid. All this service was free towards their master. On these free farmers, the other two category, like the clergymen or the nobles, even the king also could ask for some tax. They could impose tax on these farmers. In this way, the farmers who were called free farmers, they lived within the area of their master. Now I take you to the area of unfree farmers' life. What it is, my dear boys and girls? Unfree farmers were not farmers, not peasants. I should say they were just like any other workers, or we can call them slaves. The service of these unfree farmers were equivalent to the service given by the slaves to their master. These unfree farmers were not free, that's why it is called unfree. They had to obey any type of order of their master. They were not allowed to disobey that order. Day or night, winter or monsoon, these unfree farmers had to do the work for their masters without expecting any salary, without expecting any reward. These unfree farmers, next point I want to say that their life was very hard. For any type of mistake, they were given severe punishment. These unfree farmers were not even free to marry. In order to get married, they had to get permission from their master. Can you imagine? No freedom even for choosing a woman for them. The wife was chosen, the girl was chosen for the boy of unfree community by their master. These unfree farmers, by utter guts, if anyone tried to run away, if anyone ran away, and if they were caught, they were punished so severely that even some of them used to die by that strict punishment. But one good thing was there. In case these runaway servants or the farmers, if they were not found out or caught within 101 days, if this runaway farmer could live in hiding without being caught for 101 days, they were made free by the law of the land. In this way, the unfree farmers, they had a tough life. In conclusion, I like to tell you, my dear children, that the third order, what we call it the peasants community, they practically were the serving community to the king and to the first order and to the second category of people in France. Thank you very much.